Phase 5 has officially begun in the finest conceivable way thanks to Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. With the arrival of the Council of Kangs and the numerous Kangs that Kang is playing, we just witnessed some of the strangest MCU sequences. The Multiverse Saga's stakes are now very clear. To combat the Avengers, the Kangs are putting together a multiversal army. Kang the Conqueror may or may not have been killed off in the surprise climax, but who are we kidding? He will surely return. Avengers, Secret Wars, and the Kang Dynasty. Victor Timely and the Loki-created King version can be seen in the post-credits scene. Nonetheless, you might be wondering how there could be so many Kangs. Since a new branching timeline is formed every time someone goes through time, as per the rules in Endgame, there is no way to change the past. By going back in time, you enter the newly constructed timeline. The multiverse is a dynasty of parallel universes that all began with Nathaniel Richards. Because each Kang gave birth to a new version of himself with each branching chronology, the Council of Kangs is the Kang Dynasty. Also the name of Avengers 5. We don't get much information from the credit sequence, but the Council is in charge of the multiverse, or at the very least, that they are influencing it. They appear to have access to every universe from the Council's location and can view the multiverse from there exactly like Loki. Thus, the Council's headquarters are in Limbo, a space outside of time in comic books. Immortus is the ruler of this little universe. Since most time travel occurs within the timeless world, Limbo has special significance. This is intriguing since time travel also utilizes the quantum world in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU. Mortis asserts that the heroes are endangering everything they have created. The multiverse is being discovered by others, which will eventually take everything from the Kang versions. The Ant Squad also killed the exiled Kang, which is not the first time. The Earth's 616 heroes have interfered with the multiverse. With their memory spells, Spider-Man and Doctor Strange started a multiverse incident, after which Wanda went on a multiverse spree. Don't forget Steven started an incursion just like his versions. Not to mention all the multiversal incidents, and what if Infinity Ultra nearly destroyed everything? For these reasons, the lead leaders fear that the heroes will undermine and destroy their rule of the universe. They may want to ban everyone from using or knowing about the multiverse so that no one else can play with their toys. The Council of Kangs will invade Earth 616 and engage the Avengers in combat in Avengers and Kang Dynasty, where the conflict concludes with the leaders gathering the other King versions against the heroes of Earth 616. Ironically, given what Kang revealed about the Kang variations, in Kang's opinion, his variant constituted the greatest threat to the multiverse. Kang saw how the multiverse was perishing. He compares his versions to kids who play with time without considering the consequences. By employing time travel to generate branching timelines, Kang means that his various variations continue the destabilizing and initiating intrusions of reality. According to Kang, he initiated a war to destroy all of his versions since that was the only way to stop them from interfering with reality, and as a result from causing the multiverse to perish. Nevertheless, he lost the battle and was defeated and imprisoned inside the quantum realm. The quantum realm is a reality that exists outside of time and space. Because someone always ends up trapped in that tiny universe in Ant-Man movies, there's likely a point of no return in this region that prevented Kang from leaving with everyone else. Consider it now as a black hole. There is a barrier in the realm where matter cannot escape without a unique device like Kang's multiversal traveling chair, so Scott has always been tethered around Kang's prison boundaries. The film never explains why they kept him alive. The best explanation is that Kang was too powerful to be killed. This would make Kang a much scarier villain because it would take an army of versions to come close to defeating him. As it turns out, the Avengers didn't have much chance since Kang frequently murdered the Avengers. It tells a lot about Kang's murderous tendencies that he confused Ant-Man with Thor after conquering so many universes and killing so many heroes that he asked Scott if he was the one with the hammer when they first met. Kang will alter the MCU's system of the power structure. Scott shoots Kang with many pen particles during the major battle after the movie to ensure he's dead, but we can't believe Kang is dead. Somehow, he will come back. He was kicked into a portal, not dropped down an exploding reactor shaft. Kang might have been taken outside the quantum realm into another world or Earth 616 through a doorway that connects to the multiverse. When Scott engaged with Kang's chair's drive, he split into many duplicates of himself. As he is Kang the Conqueror, it will be unusual if they kill him off so soon after introducing him. True, the credits scene introduces the Council of Kangs so that they can fill in the great baddies of the saga, but the Council of Kangs never played a huge part in the comics. Marvel could introduce another Kang. Still, we don't see the need for that because there is already an interesting Kang who is a menacing antagonist with a compelling motivation to save the multiverse and is directly at odds with the Council of Kangs. He is directly opposed to the Avengers because of his desire to rule the whole multiverse, and he is also very angry with Janet because she put him in the quantum world. Kang vowed first to rule Earth 616, which is Janet's universe. Therefore, his relationship with the Ant-Man, Wasp, and the other ants is personal. Marvel could have a fantastic nemesis if they could find a way to bring him back. Not to knock Ant-Man, since the entire Ant Squad was fantastic in this movie, and honestly, he was significantly weakened. Still, Kang losing to Ant-Man and the Wasp is a horrible look for the person who's supposed to be the largest baddie in the multiverse. He manipulated time to kill all those Avengers, which he couldn't do in a world where time doesn't matter due to all this technology. Kang is merely an average man. He is powerless. While they don't have to prevail in every battle, villains must be frightening enough to endanger the heroes. There is a way to bring Kang back and make up for his defeat. Consider it. What if everything that happened was part of his plan? His versions would have chased him down throughout the multiverse if he had escaped the quantum world and become free. He loses control of his robot army, most of his technology, and his arsenal at the end of the film. He was not prepared for a multiversal conflict with his versions. For his variants to believe he has died, Kang fakes his death. He won't be pursued. And he can get ready for the multiversal conflict without anyone knowing he is still alive. In the comics, something similar did occur twice. Similar to the MCU, the first appeared in Avengers 267 as a Council of Kangs from other realities. The Council of Kangs' second edition debuted in Avengers 292. The second council comprises humans, aliens, and other creatures who adopted the Kang persona after slaying the universe's kings, but in reality, Prime Kang used them for his purposes. Both councils were tricked by the Kangs, who were robots he manufactured and were ultimately destroyed by them. In truth, this is what may be taking on in the credit scene. Kang has already replaced one of the three commanders to battle the Avengers from many universes. As a result, while the heroes and Kang variations are engaged in combat during the Kang dynasty, Kang begins slaughtering everyone to save the multiverse. Furthermore, don't forget about the incursions. Because tampering with the multiverse might cause incursions, this battle may cause reality to collapse, just like in the comic book adaptation of Secret Wars. But here's the thing, we already know how the multiversal war will end. At the end of Loki Season 1, we met another important Kang variant called He Who Remains. To eliminate the Council of Kangs, Kang used Alioth, which he unleashed. After winning the conflict, the survivor constructed the Sacred Timeline, a universe under his control and protection. He then established the Time Variance Authority, or TVA, to uphold the Sacred Timeline and eliminate any deviations to prevent the timeline from branching. At the end of Loki, a Loki variant named Sylvie killed him, and with his death, the Sacred Timeline began branching into new universes, which is how his variants returned. From our and their perspectives, they have always existed because of the way time flows. Since the person who remains believes he will be reincarnated at some point, everything that has happened will eventually repeat. Given his significance, it is odd that he is not mentioned in this film. Now there is a fleeting glimpse of a variant that resembles He Who Remains. Still, this scene is filled with so many variants resembling Kang that it is impossible to determine which is He Who Remains. However, you see there are many fascinating similarities between He Who Remains and Kang. They are both variations fighting the Council of Kangs. Thank you for watching, and if you liked the video, please hit like and subscribe to the channel. Please leave a comment with your feedback and your thoughts on this movie.